Join us as we go slow down in Sedona, Arizona, and search for its powerful, rejuvenating, and healing energies. Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. This week we are going to be exploring the Sedona area in Arizona, and we want to take you guys along for the ride.
Yeah, there's a ton to do here. There are national monuments, there's tons of hikes, and so I think we'll be having a pretty busy week. We're going to be jumping from campsite to campsite. There's so many places to stay here, so I'm really excited to explore this area. If this is your first time here, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are traveling around in our van as we figure out what it means to
go slow down. So our first stop is the Montezuma Castle National Monument, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is over 1,000 years old, and it's like a 20-room castle that is built into the mountain. The original settlers assumed it was of Aztec origin, which is why it's called Montezuma, but it's actually was built by the Sinagua, which is a Native American tribe. And there's actually two castles, one that you can still like see part of, and the other one that's pretty poorly deteriorated, but there was like a drawing or rendering of what it probably looked like. It was likely a 45-room castle. Wow. I just was sitting there, I literally was like, how? Like, how do you build a castle in the side of the mountain?
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, so pretty cool. We were going to try to make it to this other hike that brings you to Montezuma as well, but it also closes at 4:45. And so we worked today and just didn't have time to fit it in. Maybe we'll catch it tomorrow. We'll see.
So we're going to just see what the week brings and which hikes we have the time to go on. So we made it to our camping destination for the night. We are boondocking in Coconino National Forest, which is only about 15 minutes away from Montezuma.
Yeah, this is about 30 minutes from Sedona. While there's no camping allowed in Sedona city limits, there are a ton of options around the Sedona area. We stayed in this really cool spot last night that was by a ranch. Tonight we are here in this national forest. It's free to stay. You can stay up to 14 days, and we have plenty of space out here, which is what I love.
Yeah, so even though we didn't make it to our hike, we still made it to a beautiful place in time to watch the sunset.
What I'm excited about is up until this point, and I keep saying this, so hopefully this is true this time. We've always had a deadline. Okay, we have to get to this place. We have to get to this place. We have to get to this place. When we sign up for meetups and things, it kind of creates that deadline.
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to like not feel so much under a deadline and be able to get to a place and be like, we love it. Let's like figure it out. So not be so planned.
Yeah, and I guess this is the perfect place to do it because there's just so many things to see. I am really looking forward to going to some of those, you know, energy vortexes I keep hearing about, slowing down and just relaxing.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to all the hiking that's in this area. I feel like Baja was awesome, but we really didn't get in a whole lot of physical exercise, unless you count lifting a margarita glass. So I'm excited to get back into like just being outdoors, getting in hiking opportunities, things like that here and as we continue our travels. So let's see what else we find in Sedona.
We are at the Bell Rock Trail, and I am super excited to get to experience a hike here because this is where one of the vortexes are supposed to be.
Yeah, so there are two hikes you can do here. There's a shorter one and a longer one. I think we're going to attempt the longer one because we have some time on our hands and we haven't done a hike in a while. So might regret it, but let's go for it.
It is just so beautiful out here. I mean, because I use the word beautiful too much, but I just don't know what else. What other word?
I gotta give you a thesaurus.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, amazing, fabulous.
All those things. Breathtaking.
Breathtaking. Really takes my breath away. this hike is not too bad. I'm hoping I don't live to regret and jinx it, but it's a little bit of elevation, but nothing we haven't done before. So we got a little turn around. At some point we missed a turn. The trails here are marked a little bit differently than back home. Back in home, like every trail has a color, and so you kind of can know that you're still on the right trail. So at some point we missed a turn off, and so we ended up on the outer loop, which is even longer trail. We're not in long trail shape right now, so it's not great, but it's fine because it's beautiful out here, and we're gonna make it through.
Almost to the end of the trail. I can hear the highway and the cars in the distance. And even though we went kind of like a little out of the way detour, it didn't feel that bad. We're almost at 4 miles, 3.8. That's not too bad. We were supposed to do 3.6, so 3.8 and some change, just, you know, just a little extra. I can use it.
The next day.
This view is pretty amazing.
So this hike is only about 0.7 miles both ways, and it doesn't have really high elevation. This is one that's probably the easiest trail of all of them. You definitely have to watch how you step.
I'm gonna fall into the vortex. I think I got it. I'm gonna put in my Merlin app. Let's see what it is. The Western Bluebird. There are some other ones. The Mountain Bluebird. Does ours have orange in it? Oh.
It's so pretty. Ooh. There we go.
So we are here at the Mesa Airport Mesa viewpoint.
Yeah, Airport
like
Mesa.
But we can actually see the hikes we did earlier this week, the one where we got a little bit lost, but it was still a nice hike. Now I understand why it took us so long, because when you look out there and see the Bell Rock and the Courthouse Butte, it's massive.
Yeah, they're big.
They look massive when you're there, but they look even more massive from up here from a distance. So.
Yeah. The Airport Mesa is also considered to be one of the energy vortex destinations, and it is quite peaceful up here, actually.
Yeah.
I can see why people have always come here to kind of like rejuvenate.
One of the questions I had asked Rachel about vortexes, I don't, it's not my jam. This is the stuff that Rachel likes, but I just come along for the ride. But I was asking, is like the vortex like one spot? And this sign over here helped us learn that it's just like, it's the area around here. So there's not like one spot that you stand in. I don't know, when I think of a vortex, I think of like something that's gonna like transport me. But it's not, it's just this whole area. I felt pretty at peace. So I think there is something to be said about the energy here in the Sedona area.
Yeah. This hike really wasn't that bad, like I said before. And we're about to go on another one, since this one was only like at a moderate intensity. So I think we still got a little more energy in us. This hike back is no joke.
It's stuck on the way down.
All the way uphill.
I don't need one thing.
All the way uphill on the way.
I mean, Dan had a hard time getting up this mountain, so.
Yeah. So we got a ride from that nice lady up this mountain. So we didn't really have to hike at all.
And it turns out she's from New Jersey, so it was just meant to be.
It was meant.
Because I was staring up and I was like, oh God, we gotta hike again. And God answered my prayer right here at the church.
Listen.
And here was the woman with the golf cart. So it was fantastic. This is a beautiful, beautiful church though.
Yeah, it's a beautiful church. I feel the energy up here too. 3 vortexes, just the energy in this area, just everywhere we went was just, I don't know, super high energy, super positive. And
yeah, it's probably because it's so beautiful, as we always say. It's like hard not to feel positive in such a beautiful space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess we're gonna make some dinner tonight. I don't know, something quick.
Yeah, I want to pick something up maybe. We'll see. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. I don't feel like I've cooked all week.
We have breakfast and dinner, so it's a nice treat. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Peacefulness, calm, appreciation of art, music, written word, imagination, mental life, feels the emotional body. I like it.
It's gonna make you more romantic.
I'm always romantic. I did not know what to get. I need some help. Which crystals are the best? I got the rose quartz, so we'll see. So we came over to Talakipaki, and it's beautiful to just walk around across the street. And went to the gym spot and I got my first, I guess this is a crystal, this is a rose quartz. So I got to do some more research on my crystals, but I wanted to leave here with some remnant where I can harness all of the energy from Sedona and the vortexes. So I'm going to put it all into this little rose quartz.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to harness energy from a margarita, so that's what we're about to go do.
Oh, God.
It's Friday!
Okay, so we boondocked with the cows last night again. They weren't too loud this time. I don't know. I was just out.
Yeah, and that's pretty much a wrap on Sedona. We spent a beautiful week here. The plentiful options for camping right outside of Sedona, not in Sedona. There are lots of no camping signs in Sedona. Lots of options for hiking and just overall a very peaceful space that feels good for your soul.
Yeah.
Thank you again so much for tuning into our videos. If you liked what you saw, definitely click that subscribe button, click that like button so you can continue to follow along as we figure out what it means to go slow down.